Hello, Captains. I am your host, Brent Justice, and welcome back to Just Gaming for Us. This is another Star Trek Online update video. This one follows all of the news updates I just did concerning Awakening, Season 18 of Star Trek Online. This video is going to concentrate on the PC patch notes for Season 18 Awakening. And the reason why I want to read the patch notes is because that specifically tells us what's been updated for this big update. And we can look and specifically see what's been added. So this was posted on 9/10 for the PC and console patches. New episode added to Ja'ula's discovery arc called Beneath the Skin. Venture into the mycelial network and discover the power source of Ja'ula, the fierce and uncompromising Klingon warrior, and just put a stop to her. For more information, visit Awakening Beneath the Skin blog. I'm not going to read that. I don't want to be spoiled. But it is part of Ja'ula's arc, and it is a new mission that we can play, a complete new mission. So I'm going to make a video on that. Then we have a new task force operation called Mycelial Realm added. Mycelial Realm is an all-new task force operation where 5 captains will step through a rift and into the mycelial network and shut down Klingon probes that are gathering spores for Ja'ula's weapon. Mycelial Realm will be available to all captains of level 10 and above that have completed the tutorial. There is a blog, I'm not going to read it. New event system. Accessing the mission journal will now open access to a brand new event system as part of one of the tabs featured. Event progress will no longer require slotting projects, but instead will simply work as earned progress till you reach your goal. You play the current event and watch as your points accumulate. All progress for upcoming events will also now be truly account-wide, allowing you to participate in any of the new activities on any of your characters. I'm looking forward to that. I like the account-wide thing. That's good. So a new event system tab, we're going to have to check that out in the game. So the event is called Mycelial Crisis right now. The Mycelial Crisis represents a centralized event designed to celebrate the various pieces of new content being released. Participating in this event will give all players the opportunity to win a Tier 6 Alachi starship for their entire account. Navigate to the all-new event tab located within the mission journal to view all progress and allow quick access to all of the associated content for this event. Play through the new episode, new task force operation, and patrols to earn varying amounts of progress points. Rewards. Accrue a total of 1,200 progress points to claim the grand prize of the Mycelial Crisis event, which consists of the Alachi Qualsh frigate. Once earned, every character on your account will be able to claim the starship. 8 Alachi Disruptor Weapon Pack, 1 per account. 3 Ultimate Tech Upgrade, Beam Cannon Projectile Tech, once per account. And then bonus rewards. After claiming the grand prize, you'll unlock the option of earning additional dilithium ore beginning at 2,500 dilithium for the first day's completion, or a Zen buyout option. For players interested in instantly completing the Mycelia event, we'll be offering an updated method for buying out. Within the new event UI, an option will be presented that allows you to purchase the remaining progress that you need for a scaling amount of Zen. A second chance. Progress after the event has ended will remain in an all-new second chance interface, allowing the option to buy out rewards long after the event has expired. So I like that too, that's kind of cool. New ways to play patrols. 5 new patrols have been added, bringing new challenges and stories to the universe. Ruins of Doom, the Ninth Rule, Within the Briars, Sentinels, Rescue, and Search. 5 existing Delta patrols have been revamped and added to the new patrol UI for quick access. We've got Wanted, Satellite Defense, Gone Dark, Prey Upon the Weak, and Unity. Now, I'm not aware of that. These are Delta patrols, and I just did a character playthrough on Omega of as a Romulan faction, all of the Delta Quadrant patrols. So this is new that these are revamped. I'm going to have to replay these. I'm going to have to do this. So I will make a video doing that. I want to make a note of this right now and mark these down because I definitely want to play those, make a video on that. Patrols are now quicker and easier to play with the addition of a new Patrols tab in the Task Force Operations window. However, there they need to add only for these new patrols. All the old patrols in the game are not found in this thing. Patrols can be played solo with no delay, or you can team up with other captains. Patrols will give you skill points, dilithium ore, and a small number of marks of choice. But again, what they need to add here is that this new tab for patrols only has these new patrols in it. It does not list all the old patrols in the game. So those you still have to haphazardly find by yourself by slamming into a system. Some general updates. Walk and run animations across the game have been improved. Okay. Emotes can no longer be triggered multiple times while playing. The Makbara emote no longer plays its starting animation twice. The Shaka emote now properly animates. The palm fronds used in emote dance fan no longer disappear. Facial animations have been added to most emotes. Discovery captains updated to use the correct beam out animation. Character. Starfleet aligned Jem'Hadar and Romulan captains will now have access to all Starfleet uniforms. Klingon aligned Jem'Hadar and Romulan captains will now have access to all Klingon uniforms. An update to the default ship trail FX. These changes include the minor updating of many impulse engine and shield items with visuals to work with the retooled default trails. The impulse engine glowing dot is gone. The dot will only appear when full impulse is activated. This means the glowing dot serves as a visual tell for the player when full impulse is activated, even when throttled down. The dots will still appear for shield and engine visuals where applicable. Many beam array energy weapons have had their basic attack, fire at will, and beam overload weapon FX reduced in width by about half. Some dual beam bank weapons' basic attacks, fire, will, and beam overload weapon FX have also been reduced in width. These changes were done to improve the game's sense of scale and space by making ships feel larger relative to beam attacks, enhance visual fidelity by making beam weapons feel more precise, and ease visual clutter in FX-heavy missions and TFOs. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to get, less power or anything. This is just a visual effect. They have reduced the width of the beam visually so that it looks bigger in space. Systems, a lot of system updates here. Improved status indicators. After completing the mission, defense contract, deuterium surplus will now appear as a crafting option. Resolved an issue that caused the extra tough or extra weak versions of some space NPCs to have the wrong amount of health. Resolved an issue that would sometimes cause names and costumes on battleship rank Klingon ships to be mismatched. Battlecruiser summoned by the Cleave ship's console and Mokai fighter no longer display as belong to House Mokai. Resolved an issue that caused the assault craft to be invisible. The Klingons in Peril or Abavo now belong to House Mokai. Resolved an issue that caused some ships to be listed to give plus 8 tack or size ship instead of the 10. The base armor stats have been adjusted correctly. Resolved an issue that was causing laced weaponry to no longer activate on weapons. Resolved an issue that caused the disruptor wide angle beam to deal phaser damage while under the effects beam overload. Known issues. New accounts may run into an issue where the new episode Beneath the Skin is sometimes unavailable until the previous mission in the story arc has been completed. Captains under level 10 are able to access the new patrols in the mission journal, but will not be able to play them until reaching level 10. The outfit box survival suit is unable to be opened by KDF, aligned Romulans. And the bridge officer power augmented boarding party does not grant Dreadnought Admiralty cards. So there's still some problems there. Now, I'm focusing mainly on the PC here, but there are some important console patch notes here too. The consoles are getting the Arena of Sompek, so that's on the console. Section 31 stuff, some character updates, system updates, ship updates. I'm not going to read all this. These are all console based, but you're welcome if you have a console to read all of those updates there. You'll probably like all of that stuff, although it doesn't seem like you're still lockstep with what the PC gets. PC is still ahead on updates. Console is still falling quite behind. And there's been another new patch update. This one was on 9/12, so I guess a hotfix patch update. Updated text in various areas of the episode Beneath the Skin to match the voice audio. Updated and added voice audio to several Delta Patrol missions. Resolved an issue that was sometimes causing the Alachi captains to never lose their immunity shields. Ships resolved an issue where the Kelvin timeline and Intel Dreadnought Cruiser was scaled up by 60%. Wow. Adjusted the event UI window to be expandable and scrollable. Resolved an issue that was causing the Zen store to display incorrect information on ships you have already purchased. Wow. Resolved an issue that was preventing Klingon and Klingon Align captains from being able to open the outfit box. Resolved an issue that was preventing the augmented boarding party from granting Dreadnought Admiralty cards. Resolved an issue where the kit frames from the Kelvin Divergence were not properly being bind to account. Resolved an issue where the salvage consoles from the Kelvin Divergence binding to character instead of account. Resolved an issue where the point defense matrix was dealing phaser damage instead of kinetic. Still a couple of known issues. Image refractor console passive stacks are refreshing each other's duration, and wide arc ultimate cannons are lacking the arc mod. So those are the updates. But basically now you can see all the new stuff they've added. And really, if you get down to the brass tacks, there's 4 new... well, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 new things to take note of. There's a new mission to play, Beneath the Skin. There's a new TFO to play, Mycelial Realm. There's 5 new that was a TFO. Then there's 5 new patrols to play. That's the third thing. And then the 4th thing is there is the patrols event tab to keep track of all this progress and everything. So you can check out that new tab. That's really it. I mean, you do all of that just to get the tier 6 Qual ship. And that's it. That's the Mycelial Crisis, as they're calling it. And that's basically Season 18 of Star Trek Online. Not really what I was expecting. Not as much, anyway. Kind of a small update, to be honest with you. It almost seems like they should have saved a lot of these Discovery updates and just waited and combined them. Like, if they had combined Season 17 and 18 together, that would have seemed much better. Same with the previous 2 seasons. It seems these Discovery updates have been rather small in scale. If they would have saved them for, for bigger updates, it might seem better. But anyway, hopefully this is the last we're getting of Discovery, because I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Whew. Anyway, I'm going to go into the game and play all this. The next video I'm going to make is an introductory video where I go into the game and I'm going to look at all these new things and show you where you find them and how you go activate them and how to play them, or not play them, but how to where they are, basically. It won't be too long of a video. Then I'm going to go in and make separate videos on actually playing these things and giving you my feedback on all this stuff. So that's the deal. Stay tuned this week and next week for all this stuff. Going to be a lot of Star Trek Online Awakening content here to put out. So thank you for being patient with me as I'm a little late to the party on this stuff, but I'm getting into it now. And stay tuned for the next one. Check out Twitter at Brent_Justice for updates. You can follow me there. Also, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Brent Justice. This helps support the channel and also allows me to publish more and more videos.